Hello friends, welcome back to VCP Technology. Today I am going to teach you about how to write a pattern in RPGLE program. First you need to analyze the program like this. First you have to take the I values and j values. So here I will represent the rows and j will represent the columns. Okay, now I need to write a program for this, right? For this I am going to write a program. Press F6, PRGM11, RPGLE, shift to press F7, star free, star in LR equals to star on. Now I'm going to declare a variable DCL standalone variable num, which is zone type 2. Okay, here I have declared a couple of variables and I'm going to take the input from the user, right? So I'm going to write a display message ESPRY, enter the number. After that I'm initializing I value with 1. Okay, because here I have taken I values from 1 to 5, right? I'm going to take a do while loop, do while I is less than or equals to num, and do I'm going to take the j values from 1 to 5, right? So j is equals to 1, do while j is less than or equals to num, and do. Before this I'm going to take one variable which is p. Initially I'm initializing p with nothing. After that here you need to write a condition, right? How to find out the condition? We'll see. Here you can observe one thing. If I equals to 1, then what is the value of j? 1, right? After that if I equals to 2, which means this row, j value 1 and 2, so j value 1 and 2. If I equal to 3, j value 1 2 3. Okay, if I equals to 4, j value 1 2 3 4. So according to this, can I write the condition like I is greater than or equals to j? Okay, so I'm going to write the exact condition. If I is greater than or equals to j, what you need to do? You need to print star, right? So I'm concatenating that star into p. So that I'm going to display the p value. Okay, so this is the program. Now let me explain this program to you. First this message will display to the user and display will enter some value that will be stored in num. For example, if user enters 5, that will be stored in num. Now the value of num is 5. I'm taking the I value from 1. So it will come to the do while loop. 1 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the do while loop. I'm initializing j value with 1. After that I'm initializing p with nothing. There's no space between these two single quotes. Okay, after that I am going to take another do while loop. This is for columns and the first do while loop, which means outer do while loop, is for rows. Okay, in this I'm checking the condition. 1 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the do while loop. After that here I'm checking the condition. If 1 is greater than or equals to 1, condition is true, right? It will come inside the if block and it will concatenate to star and space to the p. Then j value will be incremented by 1, which means 2. It will go to the do while loop. 2 is less than or equals to num. Condition is true. It will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition. 1 is greater than or equals to 2. Condition is false, right? It won't enter inside the if block. It will come out of the if block. Now j value will become 3. Again it go to the do while loop. 3 is less than or equals to num, which means 5. 3 is less than or equals to 5. It will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition. 1 is greater than or equals to 5. Like this all the condition will be failed. After that it will come outside of the do while loop and I am going to display the values which are present in p. After that I am incrementing the I value, which means 2. After that it will come to the outer do while loop. It checks the condition. 2 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the do while loop. Again j value is 1. P is initializing with nothing. After that it checks the condition. 1 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition. 2 is greater than or equals to 1. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the if block and it will concatenate star with p. After that if block will be ended. J value will be incremented by 1, which means 2. 2 is less than or equals to num. 5 condition is true. It will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition 2 is greater than or equals to 2. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the if block and it will concatenate star and space to p, which means we have already star and space. After that, again one more star and space will be added, which means star space. Okay. After that, if block will be ended, j value will be incremented by 1, which means 3 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, it will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition 2 is greater than or equals to 3. Condition is false, right? It won't enter into the if block, it will come outside of the if block. J value will be incremented by 1, which means 4 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, it will come inside the do while loop. 2 is greater than or equals to 4. Condition false, j value will be incremented, which means 5 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, it will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition 2 is greater than or equals to 5. Condition is false, right? So j value will be incremented by 1, which means 6 is less than or equals to num. Condition is false, right? It will come outside of the inner loop. I'm going to display the values which are present in p. After that, I value will be incremented by 1, which means 3. Like this, the loop will be repeated unless this condition is true. If the condition fails, the compiler will come out of the outer do while loop and it ends the program. I will file this and compile this. Calling, I'm giving 5. Okay, here you can see the output. This is the output that we want to. Okay, I'll call again. I'm going to give 8. According to the user response, that many times it will print the pattern like this. Here you can observe one thing. If I equals to 1, then j value is repeated from 5 to 1, which means 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I equals to 2, then j is repeated 4 times, which means 5, 4, 3, 2. If I equals to 3, then j value is repeated 3 times, which means 5, 4, 3. If I equals to 4, j value is repeated 2 times, which means 5, 4. If I equals to 5, j value repeated 1 time only, that is 5. So according to this, can I write a condition like I is less than or equals to j? So this is what the condition is. Now we'll write the program. Here I have already written a program. Now let me explain this to you. First, I have declared a couple of variables. After that, compiler will come here and it will display this message to the user, and the user will enter some value that will be stored in num. For example, let us take num is 5. I'm taking I value from 1 to 5 and j value is from 5 to 1. Okay, here I am checking the condition 1 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the do while loop. After that, I'm initializing j value with num, which means 5. After that, I'm initializing p with nothing. After that, here we have another do while loop, which is 5 is not equal to 0. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the do while loop and it checks the condition. What is the value of I? 1, right? 1 is less than or equals to 5. Condition is true, right? It will come inside the if block and it will concatenate star with the p. Okay, after that, j value will be decremented by 1, which means 4 not equal to 0. Condition true. It will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition 1 is less than or equals to 4. Condition is true. Star will be concatenated to p. After that, j value will decremented by 1, which means 3 not equal to 0. Condition is true. It will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition 1 is less than or equal to 3. Condition true. Star will be concatenated to p. J value decremented by 1, which means 2 not equal to 0. After that, it checks the condition 1 is less than or equals to 2. Condition is true. It will come inside the if block and concatenated star to p. After that, j value decremented by 1 is not equal to 0. Condition is true. It will come inside the do while loop. It checks the condition 1 is less than or equals to 1. Condition is true. It will come inside the if block and it will concatenate star to p. After j value becomes 0 not equals to 0. Condition is false. After that, I am displaying the p value. Now p is having the values of the first row. Okay, after that, I value will be incremented, which means 2. After that, the loop will be repeated in the same way. At that time, p will have the values of this row. After that, I value will be incremented by 1. The p will have this row. After that, I value incremented by 1, which means 4. The p will contain these values. After that, this. Now I'll file this and compile this. call it. I'm entering 5. See here you can see this is the pattern which we need. Like this you have to write a program. I hope you understand this question guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.